Hello again, welcome to the MasterCAM course. In that lecture, we're gonna talk about the MasterCAM practice actually. You can see this some SolidWorks part, like this one. We can easily create some toolpath for this and product, okay? Let's focus on this part. You can see that this is the extruded part. It is created from the rectangle, and after that we can see the some hole operation and then some pocket, and then you can also see this some and fillet operation here. Okay, so everything seems fine. Let's create our toolpath. Okay, this is the SolidWorks part. Let me open and the MasterCAM. When you focus on your folder, actually you're gonna see that there is no any MasterCAM file here, so it's okay. We need to change our type. I'm gonna focus on here, and then let me click here SolidWorks file, and then we can see the all my SolidWorks part here. Okay, let me double click on the exercise 1. Okay, that's it, and we can turn to isometric perspective by using the right mouse button and isometric perspective. And then let me turn to my VCS. Actually, when I'm and try to understand my and manufacturing steps, okay, so this is the best way to create my toolpath on that phase. But of course we need to organize our and X, Y, and Z axis coordinate. So to be able to handle this stuff, let me turn back to the wireframe and bounding box options, and then let me select my body and hit the OK button. And then we're gonna see that I created that kind of and rectangle shapes here. Let me create diagonal line from here to here, and after that I can turn to the transform, and then I need to hit the move to origin button, and then I just need to select the midpoint of my line. You can focus here, and you just need to select your midpoint of the line, and after that I just need to use the right mouse button and clear color options. So after that you can select all that entities except this one, and then you can hit the delete button. So everything seems fine right now. After that, let me save my file. I'm gonna hit here to save my file. Okay, let me save button. Okay, everything seems fine. So we can turn to the in the operation page. We can hit the toolpaths, and then we can turn to the machine, mill, and default machine. So this is my funnel control unit. You can easily send that code to funnel control unit. Okay, and then let me start with my face toolpath. Okay, we're gonna turn to the wireframe, and then curve on edge options or curve all edges. Okay, before that let me turn to the 2D here, and then organize your Z position, for example 10 millimeter. That is also gonna help you to select your contour by easily. So I'm gonna use the curve all the edges. Okay, and after that I need to activate and face selection. Okay, so I just need to select this face and hit the OK button. And then you can see here we can easily create our contour. Okay, let me use the under button. So let me turn to the 10 with the Z position, and then I just need to try that again. Can you see that that is created automatically actually? Okay, so we can turn to the this view. Let me turn to the view right, and then we can select all the entities and using the right mouse button, and then we can change our color like this one. So let me turn to the top view again. So that's it. Let me focus on here. We can easily create our toolpath. Okay, I can use the right mouse button, mill toolpath operation. All of them we called 2D toolpath. I just need to hit the face toolpath and then we can select this one. Okay, while you are selecting your and wireframe, you can easily turn to the chain options. This is the chain options. This is the partial chain. Actually, I'm gonna try to use this one because I just wanna select my face and by only one click. Okay, after that we can hit the OK button. So this is the toolpath time. We can easily change the toolpath type. I can turn to the tool section and then we can create new tool. While we are creating our new tool, of course, we also need to be careful about our tool diameter. Okay, tool diameter is the key cutting parameters actually. You need to be careful about this stuff. Okay, I prefer to use the 20 millimeter diameter end mill. And then I just need to write my feed rate. This is the feed rate per teeth, actually 0.15 millimeter. And then I just need to write my cutting speed and my spindle speed and the feed rate calculated automatically according to these parameters. How can we get that parameters? Actually, this is coming from our tool catalogs actually. We can turn to our tool catalogs and then we can get to know about the workpiece materials. After that, according to my tool properties, we can decide that my cutting parameters and the feed rate per teeth parameters. And after that, we can also organize our plunge rate. Plunge rate must be less than the feed rate actually. Most of the time, half of the feed rate can be accepted as a plunge rate. Let me turn to the linking parameters. Here, I just hit this one. And then we can organize our parameters according to my the MasterCAM and the VCS. When you hit the absolute, it means that I don't care where is my geometry. I just need to focus on my MasterCAM coordinate. It can be 10 as a retract. And this is my feed plane can be 5 and top of stock can be 2 and my depth can be 0. After that, this is actually feed plane. You can also see all the explanation here. This is the last retract position we called as a feed plane. This is the retract position and this is the top of stock and the depth. So this is my cutting area actually. And +2 to 0. This is my cutting range according to z-axis actually. Okay, let me turn to the cut parameters. When we turn to the cut parameters, actually, I just need to select my cutting method. My cutting method can be zigzag actually. And this is the stock to leave on the floor. How many millimeter we're gonna left after that process? It can be 1 or 0. Okay, let me make them 0. And then we can turn to these parameters. Actually, this is the quite important parameters. This is the step over actually. How many millimeters, and we're gonna create our process actually. This is the step over. Okay, how many millimeters we're gonna move for each cutting. So let me write here. This is calculated by actually my tool diameter. 50% of my tool diameter is equal to 10 millimeter. So we can also decide that our cutting method. This is also quite important parameters, clamp or conventional milling, and most of the time we also call clamp milling non-conventional milling. So this is the clamp milling or conventional milling. You can also find a lot of explanation about the conventional or non-conventional machining. Okay, so let me hit the conventional machining here, and then we can also organize our roughing angle. Roughing angle can be like this. So when you select that kind of roughing angle, actually you can use the X and Y axis in the same time. So that's why I prefer to use this degree. Okay, after that we can also decide it and move between cuts options. This is the high speed loops. So that's it. We just need to hit the OK button, and then we're gonna see that kind of toolpath. And after that we can turn to the simulation, and we can hit the play button, and then we can see everything about our toolpath. And then if you think everything is fine, you just need to hit the G1 button to get your post actually. So we can see that this is the MasterCAM learning education, so we cannot get any G code from that version. Okay, so as you can see here, we only have one Z passes from and top of stock 2 to 0. If you would like to split or slice and that area, you need to turn to depth cuts and activate this one, and 1 mm maximum rope step can be accepted, and 0.1 mm and for finishing process. We can also change our feed rate and spindle speed, okay, for finishing process. As a roughing, we can use this one, and then when we turn to here in the finishing process, we can easily change our feed rate. Okay, so when we activate this part, actually you can see and the same values with the actually tool options. After that, if you would like to change that, you can easily change your feed rate and your actually spindle speed to get and actually better surface roughness. Okay, so yeah, that's it actually. So let me hit OK button, and then you can see that all my toolpath is calculated automatically, and we're gonna see the 1 and 2 rough and 1 finishing process. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. This is our face toolpath for exercise 1.